I'm very pleased to welcome everyone to our virtual painting ceremony. I'm Amy Skinner. I'm the Director of Nursing Education at Danville Area Community College. I especially want to thank the members of our Board of Trustees, our college executive team, faculty, and especially our graduates for persevering through the COVID-19 crisis that turned our semester upside down. You have all supported and encouraged our students. They've traveled this challenging path we call nursing school. And they met the challenge of the last half of this semester with a tremendous amount of determination, flexibility, and resourcefulness. I'd also like to thank the Dean of Math Sciences and Health Professions, Dean Kathleen Sturgeon, and our faculty, Dr. Nicole Carter, Ms. Shannon Childers, Dr. Joanna Commons, Ms. Erica Johnson, Ms. Angela Schaefer, Ms. Kathy Jostrophic, Ms. Diane Mears, and Ms. Kelly Erkey. These faculty have guided, pushed, and encouraged our students along this challenging path. And I'd especially like to welcome our graduates and thank them, all of them who have successfully maneuvered all of the obstacles and challenges we have placed before them. And this semester, we maneuvered challenges we didn't even know existed. Being an educator in our profession takes someone who cares deeply for the well-being and the success of these soon-to-be graduate nurses. They are the future of our profession. And nursing is not a quick or easy course of study. And a career for nursing is not for everyone. Not everyone is cut out to be a professional nurse. A strong applicant must have, in addition to solid healthcare skills, unique qualities of character and spirit. These are a sense of compassion, being a good communicator, having a strong ethical base, being able to critically think, pay attention to detail, and have confidence in their abilities, be adaptable, have stamina, and be committed to professional development. Not only has this class met the application criteria, they have maintained and persevered to complete the program. They have conquered the challenges and achievements that have prepared them to go forth in the healthcare setting. They are prepared to begin their professional practice as registered nurses. These students have endured the stress of fundamentals that changed them from college students to nursing students. The initial efforts of direct patient care, the endless classes and exams, and finally, the last final exam and the predictor exam, which tells them their probability of passing the RN NCLEX, otherwise known as the state boards. Passing their nursing boards is the next and last hurdle to overcome. These graduates have saturated themselves with the information needed to pass that final exam. They're wrung out, mentally and physically exhausted, yet they have kept that end goal in mind and have persevered to this day, this week, and this time. Our faculty do a whole lot more than just teach. They inspire, they encourage, and motivate these students to achieve their goals. These goals have been realized at the end of this fourth semester. The extra miles our instructors go during these students' nursing education models for them the extra mile they will need to go when caring for their patients. It is the dedication of our faculty that has brought this class to the end of their associate degree education. Nursing is a lifelong learning profession. One of the areas that DAC nursing program excels is in the quality of our faculty. Our faculty lecture in the classroom and continue with students to their clinical sites. This continuity of instruction is a hallmark of DAC's success story. Our faculty are academically prepared. Our faculty, two of them hold doctorate degrees. One is in the middle of their doctoral program, and all the others are master's prepared with expertise in their clinical areas. They continue in their professional practice outside the classroom, and they bring this currency back to the classroom. And I want to thank our faculty for their efforts with the class of 2020. It is my great pleasure to introduce the class of 2020's choice for faculty speaker, and that's Ms. Shannon Childers. Ms. Childers has been a nursing instructor with DAC since 2016. She received academic tenure this year, and she is the lead instructor for our LPN to RN part-time cohort. Let's please welcome Ms. Shannon Childers.
Hey, class of 2020, we miss you so much. I just want to take a few minutes to tell you how proud we are of you and how much we miss you, and just give you guys the recognition that you deserve because you've worked so hard for it to get to this point of where you're at. First, I want to say thank you for choosing me as your faculty speaker for your graduating class, and that I miss all of you guys, and man, what interesting times we found ourselves in to finish up our semester. It's been a really challenging time, but I'm so proud of each and every one of you because you did it. We were resilient, we were flexible, and you guys came through this successfully. So congratulations to each of you. Congratulations to your families and your loved ones that supported you through this process, because you all know exactly how hard it was to get to where you're at today. So as you start this new journey as a registered nurse and you're preparing and studying for your NCLEX, just remember all the things that we've taught you over the last 2 years. I want to just take a few minutes to address each cohort individually. As many of you may know, that we have a full-time cohort and a part-time cohort here at Danville Area Community College, and we have all of them graduating at the same time. So to the full-time 520 cohort, you guys are so unique. You guys came into this in 192 new and very inexperienced, and you grew and became friends, and you developed relationships, and you learned about nursing together. And you guys have done a phenomenal job. There was never a doubt in my mind I wasn't going to be challenged. You guys came up with some interesting concepts and questions that really brought some uniqueness to the classroom, and I thank you for that, because not only were we helping you grow, you were helping us grow. I commend each and every one of you, because when we went into the shelter in place, you guys took that on without any complaints, and you figured out a way to make that happen. In my 15-year career as a nurse, I have never experienced what we experienced this past spring semester. And so it forced us all to find new paths and to travel uncharted waters, and we did it. You did it, and I'm very proud of each and every one of you for that. To my part-time group, 520 part-time, I just want to say you guys brought some uniqueness and a lot of laughs and some conversations and things that are really going to stick with me forever. Each and every one of you have a spirited outlook on life, and you shared that with each and every one of us, and I appreciate that from you guys. To both cohorts, you guys each showed resiliency, determination. You never once lost sight of your goal. And even in those moments when you may have said, oh, is this really for me, or can I do this? You all dug down deep, and you came out on top, and you came out successfully. And so congratulations. I think you each are going to make phenomenal nurses. I look forward to seeing where each and every one of you end up in your paths. Just know that we never quit learning. We always have to be flexible. Always keep your resiliency. Keep your chin held high. Keep your eyes on the prize, and practice with grit, compassion, and empathy, and you're going to do fine. Do know that the nursing faculty and the healthcare division here at Danville Area Community College is always there for you. We're here to support you. Don't stop learning, and know that the NCLEX is just before you, and that you guys are all going to be successful. And I look so forward to seeing each and every one of you where you decide to work, and our paths crossing again very soon. Thank you, congratulations, and on to the next step.
Thank you, Ms. Childers. The class response will be given by Jennifer Shelton. Jennifer was chosen by faculty to represent this graduating class. Ms. Shelton graduated from high school in Georgia at James Madison High School in Norcross, Georgia. She has lived in Washington State, attended Everest College in Bremerton, Washington, and received her Certified Medical Assisting Diploma from there. She is married to Donald Shelton, who is an employee at the Danville VA. She has consistently displayed strong clinical skills and excellent academic performance. Let's please welcome Jennifer Shelton.
As I sat down to write this speech, which in all honesty I had no idea that I would ever be doing, I contemplated on how to begin. How to begin to describe this whirlwind that our lives have been on over the last 2 years. I would like to start out by thanking everyone that is listening into this program tonight and celebrating this milestone with us. I am sure that I speak for all of us when I say that the last 2 years have been the best as well as the worst part of our lives, and we would not be here without some of you. Thank you for standing beside us, for letting us cry our eyes out, for allowing us to miss dinners, holidays, birthdays, and weekends. Thank you for your understanding of us barricading ourselves in our rooms and isolating ourselves so that we could focus on our studies. You all have honestly loved and supported us through the most selfish 2 years of our entire lives. Without your sacrifice and understanding, I am sure I speak for all of us when I say we would not be standing here. Reflecting back on the first day, I remember walking into orientation scared, excited, and hopeful, but it was the leaving part that stuck with me. I left with the largest amount of fear and anxiety I have ever had in my entire life. Nursing school is definitely not for the weak, and they let us know that right away. I remember walking out wondering if I had made a huge mistake. Was I ready to take on the task and the demands that were going to be asked of me? I personally had just had a baby 5 weeks prior, as well as having 3 other children at home. I remember getting that large nursing box from the bookstore that every one of us got, looking at the books that seemed to be the size of encyclopedias. But it was at that moment that I decided to look myself in the mirror and tell myself, suck it up, you've got this. 2 years from now, you will be a nurse. Most of that anxiety passed as I started the program, as I am sure did for everyone else. But that anxiety was not left with nothing. It was instantly replaced with stress. I am sure that I speak for the entire class when I say that all of us at one time or another either thought about or in fact did have a nervous breakdown at one point or another. And I think that we have all diagnosed ourselves with some sort of mental illness along the way. But don't worry guys, it was only temporary, we made it. On behalf of my class, I would like to thank the entire nursing faculty for everything that you have done for us. We would not be here without you. Some of you were the warm and fuzzy type that always showed us kindness, and some of you were the firm and strict type that taught us that nursing was not for the weak. Either way, you have all taught us the building blocks to becoming a nurse. To Dr. Carter, thank you for just being you. Always coming into the classroom with the biggest smile on your face despite what you might personally be going through. Thank you for pushing us farther than we ever thought possible. Thank you for all the whys, the how comes, and the please elaborate further when we would attempt to answer a question or when you would call us on us anyway, even when we had our heads buried. You really have been the person for all of us that taught us how to learn to change our ways of how we had been taught to think our whole lives and conform to critical thinking instead. Very quickly, I would like to personally thank Dr. Carter and Dr. Commons for all that you have done for me. I went through the hardest time in my life during the first year of nursing school. I went through ongoing personal health issues that involved multiple procedures over a 3-month span, as well as having my 3-year-old experience a spiral fracture in her leg that caused a surgery as well as 7 pins being placed. And if that wasn't enough, a very close relative of mine passed away. Through it all, I never missed a day of class, and I had the most support from both of you. I wondered if this was maybe God telling me that this wasn't my time and if I should just throw in the towel. But I was encouraged by both of you to keep pushing, and I thank you both more than you know for that. I would not be here today without the two of you. I would also like to be the encouragement for anyone that might be listening into this program tonight that thinks that they just can't make it out of their situation. I promise you that you can. I promise you that despite all the trials and tribulations you might currently be going through, there is success on the other side. You just have to keep pushing. Do not give up on yourself. Last but not least, to my fellow classmates, we have laughed together, cried together, studied together, and had many, many mental breakdowns together. They told us that no one would know what nursing school is like unless you have been there, and that is definitely true. Our minds have transformed, and we now use the nursing process for everything we do. We can't go to a grocery store without looking at the size of someone's veins and thinking what it would be like to put an IV in one of them. We see someone walking with an unsteady gait and wonder if they have a neurological disorder of some kind. We are already nurses to all of our family and friends when they call us with any of their medical issues, expecting a diagnosis. The nursing process, as well as our critical thinking skills, have now become embedded in our brains without us even knowing it. We have learned that we can't talk about our clinical day at the dinner table with our families, and that no one really gets excited about our days like we do. We have all had support and encouragement for one another, and I am proud to say that I was in the class of 2020 with all of you. We are one step away from having those official 2 letters behind our name, and I wish nothing but the best for each and every one of you. And one last reminder to all of you: if all else fails, go with airway, breathing, and circulation.
Thank you, Ms. Shelton. I now want to recognize special achievements. The nursing program is academically demanding, and it stretches students in ways they didn't even realize they would stretch. These students excelled in class and clinical, and it's my great pleasure to honor our high GPAs. The class GPA ranged from 2.5 to 3.6. We have 16 full-time students that maintained a GPA of 3.0 and above. These students were recognized during commencement, and they are Kim Lamb, Lynette Harrison, Ashley Weber, Christina Kerr, Amy Reynolds, Michelle Nans, Emily Kraft, Breen Kaufman, Hannah Eddy, Jennifer Shelton, Elizabeth Lewis, Jessica O'Brien, Joshua Toller, Ashlyn Logue, Rachel Marie Tew, and Cassandra Doggett. Cassandra leads the list with high GPA of 3.628. The LPNs who were in the part-time cohort that have completed the nursing program: Sheena Brown, Cynthia Coleman, Christina Good, Jerica Pearson, Maria Perez, Lisa Reagans, Sarah Reed, Laura Winkle, Ashley Woodruff. Of this group, we have 3 who maintained their GPA of greater than 3.0. And they are Sarah Reed, Jerica Pearson, and Christina Good. And I'd like now to congratulate Christina Good, who maintained a grade point average of 3.667. Something else we also do during pinning is award the Gregoire Scholarship. And the scholarship is a special scholarship awarded to a level 1 nursing student and a level 2 nursing student. And this year's scholarship recipients are, for level 1, who is a student who has just finished their first year, and that's 2 semesters of the nursing program, in Lindsay Childress is the Gregoire Scholarship recipient for level 1. And level 2 is Maria Perez. These 2 students were selected by faculty for their achievement, success, determination, and all-around qualities of being an excellent nursing student. Thomas Black. Rebecca Butner. Alexis Cates. Selena Collins. Emily Kraft. Cassandra Doggett. Hannah Eddy. Tiffany Elliott. Lynette Harrison. Breen Kaufman, Christina Kerr, Kimberly Lamb, Elizabeth Lewis, Ashlyn Logue, Sierra Moulton, Michelle Nans, Jessica O'Brien, Miranda Ogle, Amy Reynolds, Jennifer Shelton, Rochelle Tu, Joshua Toller, Ashley Weber, Casey Winland Bean. Another special group of students are those who are licensed practical nurses who aspire to become registered nurses. These nurses often have to put their dreams aside while working and raising families. However, when their stars align and the time is right, they become students again. Often some for the first time in 20 years. School can be a real shock. We have 1 LPN in the full-time cohort, Lynette Harrison, and 9 LPNs in the part-time cohort. These 10 ladies have shown they were up to the challenge of being lifelong learners and have completed the requirements for the associate degree in nursing and the right to take the RN NCLEX. So let's recognize these licensed practical nurses as they move forward in their professional careers as registered nurses. Sheena Brown, Cynthia Coleman, Christina Good, Jerica Pearson, Maria Perez, Lisa Reagans, Sarah Reed, Laura Winkle, Ashley Woodruff. Now let us light the lamp and pass the flame on to our newest members of our wonderful nursing profession. And I hope all nurses will join us as we recite the Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge before God and in the presence of all this assembly to faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practice of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping in the practice of my calling. I will assist the physician in our work devoted to the welfare of our patients, families, and community. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibility in promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill wherever they may be and whenever they are in need. I will actively assist others in the safeguarding and promoting of the health and happiness of mankind.